Well, I took a break from making podcasts for the past couple of weeks to really just enjoy my winter break, and it's the new year. Happy 2026. And normally at this time of the year, we have like a cultural habit, I guess, of setting New Year's resolutions. And in the past couple of years, I've kind of decided to try a different approach. And this approach for me comes from the fact that during the wintertime, at the turn of the year, the world around us is not growing. It is not setting out to accomplish new things. There are no leaves on the trees. The air is cold. Everything outside feels very slow and not really moving forward or any direction. And I've really been trying to work on aligning myself more with nature from season to season. And so part of what that looks like is choosing to wait until spring to try anything new or to set any kind of goals for myself. And so what I did instead for the last week of the year was do a really thorough reflection where I asked myself a lot of questions about 2025 and what I learned, what I liked, what I didn't like, the highlights, the low points. And then I really just took stock of kind of where I'm at right now, who I feel like I am, who I grew into, who I became in 2025, and maybe some things that are still in process. And so I kind of decided to call those things that are still in process my 2026 starter pack. So they're things maybe that are not quite fully like muscle memory, and they do have a potential to fall by the wayside if I don't continue to be intentional with them, but they're not new. So for me, one of those things is my workout routine. I've been a lot more intentional about that in the past couple of years, and if I'm not super intentional with that, I definitely will fall behind on my goals. Another one is my personal goals for reading. I actually haven't met those goals in the past 2 years, and some of that is because I just don't stay intentional throughout the year. And so I've kind of fine-tuned some things, and I'm hoping to hit the ground running with that. But again, it's not new. It's something that I've been working on, and I will continue to work on this year. The things that typically get labeled as resolutions, I've decided to just for the meantime label them mentally as a nudge. Things that I'm feeling drawn to, things that I'm feeling curious about, things that I think I might want to explore, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to invest that time and energy yet. And I've made a list of those, and I'll check in a couple of weeks and a couple of months just to see if that was just a fleeting thing when I had a little bit of extra time, or if it's something that really does feel like it's asking for my attention in this new year. So I would encourage you to spend some time reflecting on 2025, spend some time really assessing where you're at right now, and then just make a note of what is calling out to you, and then touch base in a couple of weeks and months and see if those things still feel important to you. Otherwise, rest, recover. 2025 was a crazy year, and you deserve to take some time to just be before you start trying to accomplish anything else. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Voice Memos from a Therapist. I'm Graham McBride, a licensed professional counselor associate, and I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss our next memo when it comes out, always on Monday mornings. Just a reminder, the content in these podcasts is just my own opinions. They should not be considered therapeutic counsel or advice. And as always, I reserve the right to continue to learn and grow, as I hope that we all are. If you have further questions, feel free to find me on social media at gmc.counseling. This podcast is also available on YouTube if you're more of a video person, along with some longer form content. And finally, if you would like to learn more about what was discussed today, you can find more details in the show notes. As always, I hope you have an amazing day.